Hello, lovely theater kids. Welcome to another week of Theater Inspired, and we are here for Theater Video Thursday. So the last Theater Video Thursday I did a top 11, I want to say. I forget how many there were. Things on my Broadway bucket list. Now, I actually kind of enjoyed making a little list of things. So this week I wanted to do my top 5 things in the theater industry that just rub me the wrong way. They are things that just bother me about my industry, and love it as I do, and I feel like there are things that everybody kind of dislikes, and I wanted to share mine with you. Alright, number 1, people who do not respect techs. So, I act and I tech, and it always bothers me when I see an actor being rude to a tech or just like not following what a tech asks them to do. And when I say that, I don't mean like a tech telling them, oh, you need to change your blocking. No, I mean like say a sound technician says, don't drop the mic, and they do it anyway. That sort of thing. My favorite respect the tech quote is, we have the ability to shut off your lights and your microphones and hide your costumes and props. We just have the decency not to. Don't mess with the techs. Number 2, when people get into competitions over who is a bigger fan. Like every time I see something on social media or like just in general in person of 2 people going at it saying, I'm a bigger fan of so-and-so because I know more about them, I've met them this many times, like, oh, they recognize me now, like, and the other is trying to compete with that, and that just, like, back away. Back away. Both of you are getting really out of hand with this, and all I ever think of when I see something like that is, does anybody else remember the Amanda Show on Nickelodeon? And the girl Penelope and another girl were having like a game show about who was the bigger Amanda fan. Don't know if anybody else remembers that. I do. I was a 90s kid. I remember that show. But that's always what I think of, and it's so awkward to see. Like, guys, calm down. Like, nobody is a bigger fan of somebody than another. Like, it's just calm. Everybody needs to calm down. Number 3, people who criticize smaller theater schools. Now, I go to a very, very small theater school. We're not necessarily known for theater, but the reason I went is because it's an hour outside of New York City. I also ride horses, and they had a really great equine program that I wanted to be a part of as well, so it was the perfect fit for me. But when people come and tell me, like, oh, well, you're not going to get anywhere because you're not at one of the bigger theater schools in New York City or in one of the bigger theater schools out west or something like that, it really bothers me. Like, I chose that school because I felt comfortable with it, and that was my favorite place to be, and I am more than happy that I decided to stay there and finish my theater degree there. And I just don't understand why people have to criticize the fact that, like, you chose to go to a different school. Like, whatever, wasn't your choice. Number 4, people who think they're entitled to things. Now, this is something that everybody comes across in daily life, people who think they're entitled to a certain role or a certain job or something like that. There's always going to be those people, and they just rub me the wrong way. I'm just going to leave it at that. Like, nobody's entitled to anything. We're all working hard. There you go. And last one, number 5. So this is more of like something that always irks me when I'm in a show, is people who don't write down their blocking. Like, that always bothers me because the rest of us are trying to get through a scene, and when one person doesn't remember like where they're supposed to be going or what they're supposed to be doing, it just throws everybody else off. And it's worse when the director has told them multiple times, like, oh, you need to write down your blocking, you keep messing up this one part, and they still don't do it. And the worst possible thing you can do is literally just stand there and not move because you don't know your blocking. And I've seen that happen before in a rehearsal, and it was so awkward to have the director be like silently fuming next to me. it was really awkward, and after those incidents, I always write down my blocking because I don't want a fuming director angry at me. So, yes. Alright guys, so those are my top 5 theater things that I really don't like. So comment down below what bothers you about the theater industry. I thought this would be fun. It's kind of like a little venting session. Everybody needs those, right? So anyway, join us next week for another Theater Video Thursday, and join us on Monday for another London vlog. So comment, like, and subscribe to our channel. Follow our social media links down in the description box, and I will see you on Monday. Bye! Of my trip to the West End's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Alright, the first thing I want to talk about is the music. Now, I absolutely loved growing up the original Willy Wonka